Shiny new things, particularly shiny new lights for RC four-wheel drive, KC lights.
Scale KCs.
Scale KCs, man. To go on top of your Marty McFly mobile.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually the lenses. Yeah. It was actually the lenses. That's what it's supposed to
There
look
it
like.
is.
To get your roll cage going and your happy, smiley faces. And yeah.
Paint and chrome on the inside, get good reflection on there.
Yeah. And then they put out an 8x8.
Not to be.
Not made by them. Made by another company, which I believe is probably going to be JD. 1/14 scale where it has functioning dump bed, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, there it is.
Super, super expensive. So enjoy that. Now we're talking about drag.
Traxxas.
Yes. So this is Racing has released new arms, front arms and rear arms for the Traxxas drag slashes. Oh, and also rear axles for the Traxxas drag slash.
Those could be handy.
They could be handy because they have a tendency to twist when they're plastic. And they are made out of, get this, they are made out of HD tool steel from China.
Oh.
Um,
I've actually used some of their wrenches, racing bits.
And
they are a step up from the other ones you get from China, like the Chinese ones with the, this handle.
Yeah, the hollow head. Oh, yeah.
Hollow handles, yeah. They're stronger than these.
I'm just, because I've had really bad experience with Chinese wrenches from Surplus Herbies or any of those places.
The other ones, the good ones.
But they're made out of the Chinese tool steel, are they not? I mean, if it's a tool and it's made out of steel and it came from China, is that not Chinese tool steel?
This is like premium. This is the premium stuff. And I like the shafts on those. They're like interlocking hex, like almost like what do you call it? A torque wrench.
Yes, just I get you.
A torque bit.
This is the JConcepts Landmines, which they have now made pre-mounts for the Traxxas UDR. So they're big. Now, being that they're for the Traxxas UDR, it might be interesting. You might actually be able to make them fit the new SDX6 because they're big guys.
Interesting.
And for all the Ford lovers out there who want to go bashing in a Bronco, JConcepts has come out with the Bronco body, an 89 Bronco. I think it actually looks pretty good.
Is that OJ edition?
That's the OJ edition's all white.
We could go all white with it.
You could maybe go all white with it, yeah, I suppose. You need snap-on tools. You'll never go back to anything else. Yeah, because I spent $200 on a freaking ratchet from them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them yet either. I'm actually kind of happy with Mac. I've got some Mac tools. I have some other brands of tools, Mastercraft tools. I have a large number of them because I'm not a serious heavy-duty mechanic. So I break my wrench. I'm quite happy with the cheaper one.
If I'm breaking my wrench, I'm taking to a mechanic.
For some of the really, really expensive stuff, like the ratchets, and 3/8 ratchet had to be, it's the one you're going to grab every time. So I got a good one of those. Anyways, back to the show. BoomRacing. These are the Scepter wheels. And the biggest thing I like about these wheels is I like the spoke style on them. Looks kind of cool. And the way the center wheel nut is.
Oh, it looks like a Trans Am.
Yeah, right? So it looks kind of cool. I like them. I think they look neat.
Cool. And a vintage drifter?
If you want to put 1.9 beadlocks on your vintage drifter. This one here is going to excite you.
It's the Schumacher.
This is the Schumacher Icon 2.
So what they did with the front kingpins is totally different than what anyone else is doing right now. It's kind of a throwback to the F-103, where the actual kingpin goes up and down, not the arms. The arms stay flat, and that's where they are. So as you compress that shock, or the spring on the front, it stays the same angle. There's no gain or anything It's what it is. What it is.
The thing that caught me the most about this, I looked at the chassis and I agree with everything you're saying. All that stuff is updated and I like that. But this is the closest to the F-22 front wing I've seen yet.
I think that's the same wing as
back wing's not there yet.
I think those are the same wings as the everyone else has right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
Still, it's more V-shaped when you look at it from the top view down.
Yeah, that is the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose maybe
it's probably exactly the same. Just somebody else gets to use it.
Bummer.
Now, what I'm interested is that diff. It has gear diff on it.
Oh, Zarek, by the way, MIP fail. MIP fail. Both of these have split.
Where's mine? MIP fail.
Okay. Yeah, MIP split one too. And I didn't even, this was like, I'm not that strong of a guy. And I split it just trying to loosen a wheel nut. So I think the back wing looks too high on this too.
Well, you can drop it down.
You can.
Yeah. The other thing they do too, they got the dampers.
Yeah.
You know those? They have little springs inside the dampers.
Right.
So they're all in one, no fill-in lube.
So there was some talk. So last week there was talk about FerryTech let out a 124 scale monster truck style chassis. INJORA has come out with a carbon fiber chassis. This is it. And I do think that this could be used also to build a monster truck platform if you were not wanting to do a rock bouncer platform out of it. I think that you've got the adjustability in this to make a fairly decent little 124 scale monster truck, because everybody knows how much crazy power there is in a 124 scale truck to crush other vehicles.
Oh God.
Like, oh, you drove that on my, did you drive that on my toe? So this is, that was, it didn't look like SEX 24 axles. It could have been though, but I would have to do not worm drive axles on it. These are the new D110s, Defender 90s, Land Rover Defender 90s, Heritage Edition in the Mini Z Readysets. Well, hey, at least their bodies are nice and scale.
Yeah, something different too, right? It's not just another Jeep.
And they did come out like the two body colors. If you look at the front grills,
yeah, they're different.
The front grille is actually different between each body color, which is unique and different. They didn't just plaster on different body. They actually look to me like there are differences. Like one's like, it looks a little bit like more like a newer generation.
It is.
Than the older.
Totally is.
Wheels are different too. So you're actually getting two different body styles there, depending on what color you get. Okay, you ready for this?
Oh God. Is it like the 6.54?
Close. The 6.4.
6.
Because why wouldn't you? You just released the other chassis into a drag car. So now you must come up with a completely new on-road car or off-road car. Yeah. You know.
Two-wheel drive action.
Right?
For the
elite. Drive action. Super hard to drive. You're excited about this. I'm not.
I'm not really. I just like, okay, drag racing's big when Exotek has to come with tires too. Everybody's getting on the bandwagon now. It's like super big money. Okay, I think I can do something a little better than that.
Yeah, but if you look at this picture real close, what do you notice?
It almost looks like different scale tire.
It looks to me like the same rubber that you would find on an infraction or a felony.
Yeah.
It is not a 2.2 outer. It's not a short course style wheel.
No, but I did see something about like the hashtag. What did they have in there? They had something hinting towards it was like for drag racing.
Well, it is for drag. It is absolutely. It is showing it for drag racing. You're right. But can you run that style of wheel where it's the same diameter on the inside and outside in any of the drag racing classes that I've
Has to
seen.
be a short course tire.
Exactly. So what are they trying to do here?
Well, it's just like the other tires that had no foam in the front
Right.
tires.
But
Yeah.
who are they gunning for? What market are they gunning for? Are they trying to create a new market here with their own tires?
Oh, who knows?
Who knows, right? That's
And
I just think it's an oddball size to pick, I think. But
yeah, now that I see the picture better, I couldn't quite tell the one I saw. It was a little bit smaller on my phone.
Yeah. And then we also have we have up is the Arrowmax 4D setup system.
I really like this. It does away with that annoying top bar, and then when you turn the tires, you have to like make sure you tap it back and forth because if you turn the tires just a little bit and they just shimmy just a little bit, it moves the top bar for how much toe you got or how much your turning points are to even them up. So annoying. So this one here is done away with it all. That part I'm talking about is on the very bottom with the numbers across the bottom for the toe out. I think it's just cool.
So is this another setup station I need to buy for myself that I'll never use?
Probably. But this one here, the big thing with this one here, it does the caster on them, and that's a big thing now for the new upper arms. They're adjustable on
Right.
on their
X-rays and all the ones that are doing that Y style.
Yeah,
where you can adjust that stuff. Yeah. And then we have this is Powershift. So Powershift does most of the stuff I find from them is usually 3D printed.
looks like it.
I'm not going to get into the quality of the 3D printing because I think that a lot of companies that sell their 3D printed stuff have not super great quality when it comes to the finish. Now, if you want a rough and tough look on this, there you go. You got your Brodozer look going on for your CEN F-450 truck. There's the front bumper. And so the first picture there was actually the wheel flares, which I guess I should have told you. So they did like a wheel flare. Come here, you go backward there. So if you look in here, you can see the wheel flares that are bolted onto the wheel well.
Yeah.
And very squared off where the wheel opening is and rounded where it matches with the wheel well.
Trying to put, trying to put something round in a square peg.
A square peg in a round hole, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly what that looks like. But to me, have you ever seen, I've been up in the oil patch area and we see people with oil patch trucks all the time. And oil patch guys are the guys that put this stuff on. Hands down. Yeah, I'm dissing you. And those guys put them on. And I've never seen any Ford F4 350s, 450s. I've never seen any with that style on them.
No.
In real life.
However, I'm just going to point one thing out. If you look at the back, that flare now covers that rear tire. Finally.
Yeah.
The dually, because that's one thing that drives me crazy about this thing. It's pretty cool until you look at those dualies on the back and how far they stick out. They're sticking out way too far.
When you spend $6,000 on tires and rims, you don't have money for fenders, man. You got money for mud flaps. That's it.
But they're just doing this inside tread, not the outside.
Right? I agree with you, Terry. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. I think that the finish on these is lacking. Somebody can buy it if you really wanted to buy it and then hit it with some spray primer or something of the sort and then
smooth it out.
Finish it up and smooth it out. I never looked to see what the price point is. There is a link to it on the description that will be on the new NRC talk thing later. Whatever. I mean, if you're just going for straight looks, I don't think it would take a hit because the layering on it is all wrong. I mean, if you hit it, it's going to shear off right at the top, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who's run 3D printed parts knows how that's going to go.
Yeah, that's all for show, not for go.
All show, no go. And that is it for new and RC stuff this week.